Say hello to a new subscriber.
Orbitxoxo just subscribed for 54 months. Afternoon/evening Jay and chat.
The guy who designed this first corner should be taken in a dark room and beat about the head. That is just... I've never seen anything that bad.
Heyo, how we doing? Welcome to week 1, day 1, season 2026 2. First of all, on the Twitch side, Orbit, thank you for the 75 stream streak. 54 months subbed as well. Welcome to everyone on Twitch, welcome to everyone on YouTube as well. It's good to see so many people jumping in, and remember this time 2 weeks ago we were just like, okay, cool, we got about 26 people signed up with about a minute to go. Well, right now it could be a little bit different with the introduction of a new Audi TCR that we've been streaming and talking about for a couple of weeks now. Just quickly refresh the count because it says we apparently only have 5 people signed up. We have a 108 TCR drivers in here right now. 108 people have signed up for TCR. 108. Oh, Rick, good to see you on the YouTube side. Wow. 108 TCR drivers have currently signed up for the series, so get yourselves in. But without further ado, let's get to the action in today's practice right now. Unprofessional of me to leave that UI up, but let's be honest, this whole stream is going to be pretty much unprofessional from start to finish. But those in the chat, how you all doing? I hope you are all good. I hope you are all well. Those who are new to the stream, welcome in. My name is Jay. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I am a around about 4 to 4.5k driver who is going to be very quickly found out at some point this season as being a little bit of a farmer. Because I feel you lot who have just jumped into the TCR, I've just stuck to TCR. You've literally not raced anything else since the update of this season, and to be honest, that means my days are very slowly going to be numbered. But here we are at the Charlotte Roval, where we were on Saturday for the TCR Showdown, the usual Week 13 Showdown extravaganza. Bit of a Korean contingent with us on Saturday, but it's absolutely fantastic. Why am I saying but as if that's a negative thing? It's not a negative thing, it's an international thing. A lot of fun, a lot of crashes, a lot of action. Two very worthy winners of the Heat 1 and the feature race as well. And yes, for those who usually watch my stream on Twitch and YouTube, my camera from now on will be off whenever we are doing this broadcasting. I don't know why, it feels a little bit more professional, you know. Do I feel professional? No, but if it looks slightly more professional, then I'm doing a really good job at fooling you all at that. Right, let me get everything I need in. We have 4 minutes left until the session starts, so if you have not yet signed up, get yourselves in. Good opportunity for us to see who else is on the track at the moment. There's only a few people left in this session, as everyone seems to have jumped to a different session upon starting up. We do have many people who have done time, so it gives us an opportunity to have a look at the quickest time of the session, which is somebody who on the TCR cord, which by the way guys, join the TCR cord if you haven't already. This is your opportunity, those who are watching now, to not only join the TCR cord but invite people to the TCR cord. Oh Jesus, I felt that. If you are if you are in a session with people, just chuck the TCR Discord invite link in there. The more people we can get into that TCR cord, the more the leagues of TCR can fill up, the more people with setups can share them up, people who are looking for advice can get the advice. There we go. AEW pay-per-view was good. I've watched bits of it. I haven't watched it all yet. I'll get a chance to. Right. I am so excited. Oh, get out the wall! Jesus! Insurance is going to be through the roof. Let's go over to George Dorm right now. Currently in this practice session of 60 people. There's only a handful of people left in here. But still loads of people getting some last minute practice in. How does the stream look? How does the stream sound? Please give me feedback on it so I can try and make it as good as possible for you. We're going to jump out the session very, very shortly. Get ready to load into the next one. Realised I don't have a background image to use as well. A background. It's also quite unprofessional of me, isn't it? You know what? I'm just doing. Oh, let me just. You know what? I'll just set this up. You not pretend you're not seeing anything. I'll put that there. I'll switch that all the way to the bottom, just here, and you lot can do me a favour and just pretend that you didn't even see it. Deal? Deal. TCR's back, baby. Absolutely. Axel, good to see you, man. As this moment, we're about to hit the 45th minute of the hour, which means sign-ups will close. Sign-ups have 15 seconds left, and there are 130 drivers signed up for the next TCR. And it is going to be just as busy for the next race, which is the Open. This one coming up now is the Fixed. Who's your favourite driver named Matt? Oh, Neil. Did I pick the right answer? Yeah, but it's Fixed next. Can you show all lap times for the leaderboard? I'll see if I've got a chance to. I'm still a little bit new with SDK. I'm getting used to it, slowly but surely. Let's get that in. Let's get that in. Can I get actual lap times, please? Best time. Yes, I can. There we go. So 124 with our friend from Croatia at the top, who has only started driving TCR a couple of days ago, and I feel is going to really make a name for themselves as one to watch this season. As you can see, I'm going to get some iRating up for everybody as well, so you can all see just how everyone stacks with their iRating. So obviously top heavy people right at the top, all the way down to the 28th place where it's 127. You've got 2.9, 2.3, 2.7, 1.9. But remember, this is the first week.
That's another new follower.
Oh, press fame for the follow. This is the first week of TCR, so you're going to see a lot of people driving these cars for the first time with their iRatings all over the place. So if you are a lower iRating and you are used to how the TCRs drive, I would get into as many of these early races as possible, qualify quick times, and steal the goddamn iRating. No offense to anyone who's watching this and is completely new to the TCRs, but you're going to have a rough first couple of weeks.
Person just subscribed.
Right, let's load up for a top split. The top split is a 5,000 strength of field, which has 3 of my friends on iRacing on it: Sydney Hards, Casper Swimmer, and Logan McKinsey.
Hello to a new subscriber.
Darry, hope that's not offensive.
I ask what happens if I click breakout button and 50k thing, but can't click unsubscribe.
Well, that's because once you subscribe to me, you are subscribed forever. Could I fix that? Yes. Do I want to? No, because I just want your money. Thank you, Darry, for being trapped with me for 85 months of subscriptions. Don't worry, folks, I subscribe to him as well, so the only winner for us two on Twitch is Jeff Bezos. What an absolute piece of That's actual facts, right? Hopefully it is showing both for Twitch and the YouTube chat underneath. I'm loading into the session as we speak, and I'm having a look at some of the top names on there, and oh my god. Okay, so we have a 9.6k driver in here, 7.8, 5.1, 8.2, 7.2, another 6, and everybody is pretty much at either 4k or above, so you are getting the full beans for this one. A NASCAR version of your universe? No, it's a GT racing version. But yeah, that strength of field is absolutely amazing. Oh, we've got a hype train on Twitch now as well.
Train started. All aboard, fools.
So Axel, thank you for the subscription on Prime. If anyone here has Amazon Prime, link it to your Twitch account. You don't have to use it with me, use it with absolutely anybody you want, but any money it goes towards me, I'll be honest, goes towards practice sessions for TCR on Mondays. Right. Those who have only just got into TCR, only just started racing TCR this season for iRacing, tell us. It's like a starter Pokemon, isn't it? What was your first TCR? Which one have you chosen? We're nearly loaded into the session, so we will get straight to the action shortly. Look at the time, we're probably going to be in the middle of qualifying, but we'll do a quick intro once everything has loaded up. iRacing, take your time. Please don't take your time. Darry, how we doing, man? What is 50k breakout for? So, similar to what you do with your universe mode, Darry, it's basically switching your Twitch points into breakout points, which are used for the AI racing that we do on this channel, where the viewer's the driver, or the wrestling universe, where the viewer is created into a superstar fights. But I will explain that after this race, for those who've just heard that and been like, what is he on about? But right, so Charlotte Roval, a lot of people's trial by fire into TCR, but it's a free track, it's a Roval. So many people have been having so much fun with this. With that, let's get straight into the qualifying right now. Everyone else is already out doing their warm-up laps. As you can see, we have a truly international top split just there. A lot of names that some of you have been racing a lot today may already recognize. Got Mr. Torres up there, 9.6k. Let's go over to Logan McKinsey. one of the top admin members of the TCR Court. He is going to be starting his first lap. Let's go straight in. So before the one board, you want to sort of sweep yourself in third gear, get as close to that wall without actually touching it before going to the fourth and lifting slightly to keep close to the left hand side. See the service road, brake slightly to it and treat 3 and 4 as one complete corner. Be very careful not to touch the big blue sausage because you will have an extremely bad time. Use all of the tarmac on the exit, and just before the curbing on early laps you may need to lift slightly, but use all of the exit here. Next on the crest you want to slow down slightly and try and keep nice and tight. When the curb disappears on the left hand side you want to brake down into first for one of the biggest send zones of the entire race. Logan doesn't use the entire of the car and the track on the exit. I do. We just take it slightly differently here, but on part of the Roval you want to keep as tight as you can before slowly drifting off wide, not to sleep wide. On the foreboard, brake down into second. You want to hop, skip and jump, take a lot of the first, take a tiny bit of the second and slowly accelerate out. You can use a lot of this painted area, but make sure you get back onto the track before the white line going across. The second part of the oval is going to be your last chance to get some overtaking done, so draft as much as you can but keep nice and tight because the camber will give you speed. As the tarmac gets a bit darker you want to be braking nice and easy. You want to take plenty of the first curve, a little bit of the second, keep as close but as far from the wall as possible before completing your lap just there. And after that first lap, Logan not as high as he probably wants to be, up into 5th place at the moment, but it is this man right here, Abel Torres, who has the lead at the moment. The 9.6k driver from España is absolutely lighting up the circuit as things stand. Let's get ourselves some gap times just here, just so we can see just how far away everybody is from the leader. He is 0.187 away from second place, Mr. Castro, with Stephen Hurd in third, and definitely not a Smurf account there in 5th place, but Daniel Dinsdale going up to third in the new Audi, and this is a beautiful looking machine just here. Absolutely brilliant. On the fixed races it probably is a little bit more stable on warmer tracks than the rest, in my opinion. We still need to get more tested. What is that, a Greg's livery? Man has a Greg's livery. Look at that. That is probably the tastiest livery on the entire grid right now. Absolutely amazing. Oh, nice little bit of a power slide there. I don't think Daniel's going to be getting a quicker second lap just there. And he is back after taking a couple of years out and being a traitor with the GT4s and other cars. Miguel Freitas goes up to second, but only for as long as that sentence just says. He drops down to 4th. Miguel, one of my favourite people to watch race. Good to see him back with the Impulse. But 4th place as Stephen Hurd and Castro take back those podium positions by the scruffs of their necks. Having a look to see if we've still got many people on the track. We still have the likes of Savio, Craig, Anto and Michelle just there as well. Michelle doing what a lot of these people on this grid will need to do in this race, and practice their starts, as well as the Audi being new to the TCR class. There is also a new procedure for starts. The cars all feel different, the fixed setups have all been changed, and it's almost like learning to ride a bike again after getting knee replacements. If I miss out any messages in the chat, I do apologise, but we have already 40 people watching on both Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed and following on both twitch.tv/JayCaulls, youtube.com/JayCaulls. Easy as that. JayCaulls. In the YouTube, in the video description below, please make sure that you join the TCR Court. Put a thumbs up on the video. If you are out on the Twitch, type in the command TCR, and if you have iRacing and have a TCR or are looking at getting a TCR, get yourself in the TCR Court. This season I want to create strength of field races for the East Coast, the West Coast, Asia and Oceania. Whew. I'm just waiting for the last person to finish their lap, and then we can get the grid stuff coming up. But it looks like nobody's really showing ball, so I'm going showing ball. No, Jay, I did not mean to say that. I definitely did not mean to say that. Anyway, if we just go to default qualifying, jeez, that's me getting cancelled. Right, so it looks like Thomas is going to be on pole for 1 minute 24.899. Oh my god, I'm getting cancelled and it's only day one. With Castro in second place, then on row 2, HUD and Freitas with Nurmi and Dinsdale. A little word of caution to everybody in your ears, and no, it's not for that slip up just there. It's my pronunciation of foreign names is either absolutely spot on or the worst thing you have heard since my last Football Manager stream on Twitch. Jurel Akinen is in 7th with Captain Smermo on 8th place, and that's 2 teammates there in Backfire Simsport TV's Wednesday League, sharing the same place or the same row on the grid. Then we have Big P in 9 with Muller on 10th. 11th is Hanswick with McKinsey. You see what I mean? I'm struggling so much with names. With McKinsey in 12th. Then we have Nino 13th with Okana in 14th. Hards is a hard on 15th with... Why did I say that? With Guardia on 16th. 17th is Twadok with Ricardo Ruiz on 18th. And 19th place looks like it's going to be Christian Ortega. And that is everybody finally off the qualifying there. Not showing ball. Okay, look, I slip up all the time. There's a lot of pressure on me right now. It's pronounced wrong by you, Jay. It's pronounced as a V, not a W. So it's like the vodka. Smirnov. Ah, okay, see, I told you. I'm an absolute professional at this. But there's your grid for the first half up to 12th place. Then there's the final bits and pieces just there with Christian Ortega occupying that bottom spot. So here we are, folks. Day 1 of 2026, Season 2. The TCRs had over 130 cars sign up. This is the biggest TCR split the TCRs have had for possibly, we are looking at maybe around 3-4 years? Maybe? Alberto, good to see you. Scoot, good to see you as well. Alien Whooshy. Hopefully the chat is moving smoothly on the bar below the screen right now. It should be showing both channels on there. I was late to do the race. Well, hopefully we get to see you in the next one. Fingers crossed. Let's get ourselves... look at that. And this is the only problem with this grid at Charlotte. I feel they should have had everybody carrying on the outside there where the blue cones are, rather than going all the way around the corner. We're just waiting for... In fact, I think that is all the cars on the grid now, so we are nearly lights, camera, and action. It's Torres in the lead. How many of these cars are going to end up completely messing up this start? And I'm just quickly having a look, and everyone seems to have got this absolutely spot on. Look at that. Torres is away and alive and kicking. Let's go a little bit further back, and I think we've got a few free wides here. A few cars going into the wall, managing to get themselves going, and there's our first big crash just there. Our first casualty is going to be Twadok just there. That is so unfortunate for them. We will go back to some replays a little bit later on to see how that goes. You did a 24/7 a moment ago, hell yeah. I hope the chat is moving terribly. That's a terrible thing to say. Stand mid corner with the way these cars start is really funny. Hopefully there's not too many other tracks that do this, apart from maybe Mid-Ohio last race of the season. But I tell you what, leagues who are already absolutely bustling with activity are going to have a fantastic time sorting that one out. Right then, so here we go. We're about to go into the bus stop, and here's a passing opportunity. I don't recommend passing here, but it looks like everyone's keeping really nice through there. Very suave. And no more incidents so far. Guardia with a meatball flag and Ruiz with a black flag as well. So it looks like it wasn't Twadok who got knocked out there. My mistake there, all. Sorry about that. Now onto that final corner, we have Torres leading with Hurd in second place. Castro takes third with Freitas in fourth. And you can hear metal rumbling every now and then in that section, because everybody absolutely loves that wall. Right, Everything's going to calm down here slightly. Let's get to where there's a few closer battles going on at the moment. We have Miko A. Numi right here right now. Someone is being a lawnmower in the background there. That's an expensive lawnmower. And there is a couple of passes going on right now all over the track. This is a great opportunity for people to get a dive in, and there it is! Straight from the heavens. Can they keep it going on the outside though? And it's Kasper Schmermov trying to defend from the legendary Logan McKenzie right now, the Racing Forces driver, on the unpreferred outside line here, meaning Logan's managed to get another half a car length. Logan's going to be a bit later on the brakes, and what a fantastic inch perfect overtake just there. Very poor exit just there from Kasper. Oh no, wait, that was Kasper on Jura Laakkonen. And Jura now with a bit of trouble, because now Jura has Logan McKenzie behind him, because I recognise that ATC banner anywhere. The outside turn 4 is very well mowed at all times. It seems that way, doesn't it? Charlotte starts for Absolute Carnage in GT4 opener last season too. Yeah, this is what I was saying at the start of the stream, for this being a trial by fire. If anybody was in or watched the week 13 TCR showdown, that is still on my YouTube, so please feel free to watch that back, because that was an absolutely insane set of races. So if you have epilepsy, with the amount of flashing on there, I probably would not advise it, as Logan going to find himself on one of the faster corners on the track. You're still, ooh, and Logan making sure, shutting the door there to ensure that Jura does not get any chance to get that return. Jura's going to slowly defend that inside as well for Muller. Muller with the inside line. If he blocks enough there, Jura just gets his car across enough to block the way. A little bit further on, it is Numi and Dinsdale. Dinsdale in the Gregs is going to put it in, and there's probably a sausage rolls whip between, and a little bit of a tap just there. Nearly had a squashed steak bake on the inside of Daniel Dinsdale's racing suit there, but he survived and they carry on racing. Meanwhile, behind Daniel, now it's Kasper looking for a bite out of the favourite of British baked goods. Can you tell me what time Torres did on the third lap? That would be the last lap. His last lap was 1:24.94. I will fix it for next race so it shows people's lap times after every lap, but for now you lot can have the best times just there. There we go. Is that better for you? Or is that a bit too overbearing on everything? Went to school with a Charlotte. She was just as curvy and popular as this track. I need to read the messages in my head before I read them out loud. Do you mean expensive lawnmower? It only costs like $12. Oh, and a dive on the inside, and there it is. Too much of a dive. Dinsdale clatters the front of Kasper just there. And I'm surprised Kasper didn't get turned all the way around there. Those who are new to TCR, if you feel the TCR spinning, in doubt, flat out, and you'll most likely be going the right way. But look at the timing tower right now. With that hit just there, Kasper has a meatball flag. And he also has a train behind him, a gaggle of TCR. Biblical send. Apart from in this story, there's no way of getting parted. Look how close. Oh, and Kasper goes to the front of Daniel just there. And this is only going to, if Kasper's got enough damage that it's going to slow down the group behind him, we could end up having a lot of opportunities behind. There's a lot of people hitting that wall before the entry. Let's go to the blimp. Where's my blimp gone? And look at that. Just a line of TCR all waiting for somebody to make a mistake somewhere. We're watching, waiting, commiserating. And ooh, a lot of speed got just there from Kasper onto turn 6. But number 7, going to see a lot of Constantina here. And a little bit further back, I just saw Savio trying to move here. And the Red Bull Audi needs to give for space. Need to give for space. He was on your inside. He managed to survive from it. The little lift from the Honda has perhaps saved both of their races there. No doubt, though, the Honda is going to be going in for seconds. The Audi is Papa Mache. There we go. Ura has Muller right behind. Muller's got a lot of speed going off in here. Not enough to try ascend into that final chicane. And I'm surprised. Oh no, there's the wall hit. But Kasper does still have that meat ball. I wonder if Kasper knows that he has a meat ball, or he's just trying to long it out as much as possible. But this group right here is where it's all at. But also up here, outside of first position, this battle for second place right now, Castro, Herd and Freitas right now, is a threesome of mechanical delight. As look at Miguel taking a very wide line there, hoping to that could perhaps give him a little bit more speed getting into the corner. Either that or he completely missed his braking point. But in this 5k strength of field race right now, this is absolutely insane right now. 5k strength of field confirmed for this top split fixed race right now. We've got the Open starting in, well, the session will be opening in 8 minutes time, so get yourself signed up for that one when it comes along. I'd love to see if you've got a chance to get into top split. But look at this, there's lots of battles going on everywhere, including this one just here, and this is for 12th. Unfortunately, the Honda having to go at the Honda in front now has a Honda behind, wanting a piece of the action as well. They're giving each other plenty of space, and that is... Oh, that's too close. The Honda probably washing out a bit too wide, not ready for the ricochet off the wall that the Audi delivered. Oh, I felt that one extremely hard. Thank you for Backfire Simsport TV for letting me use their SDK, by the way. Massively appreciate it. Go make sure you subscribe to BSTV on YouTube as well. You will see it in the YouTube description below. And yeah, I feel that the Honda probably could have... It looked like the Honda sort of went out into the Audi just there. The Audi just getting compressed between the Japanese machine and the American wall. Oh man, that is so unfortunate. But up into third place right now. Caught it just in time. Expert camera work and timing. And the SRG car, Stephen Hurd, just letting Castro... Oh no, letting Freitas through, sorry. Into third place. Maybe hoping that Miguel was going to end up overshooting that corner. Hasn't worked out, but Stephen's nice and quick. I'm sure he won't finish any further than fourth, that's for sure. I'm waiting for Kasper to see if Kasper goes into the pits, because they're still apparently carrying that meatball and has not gone into the pits. I've always gone into the pits within 2 laps of a meatball, but someone might have to refresh my memory of the rules. How long can you stay out on a meatball before the stewards start getting involved? Further behind, Ura fighting Muller at the moment, but has Panacea behind. Feel like it should have been a DQ that lap. I feel so too, but I could be wrong. Maybe got on throttle a little too early, and as I said, that's always possible as well. Problem with Charlotte though is those blue sausage curbs. If you hit one of those blue sausage curbs, you lot who have already been on the track will already know it will cause your car to jump about, and even if you don't want to, it will send you out wide. So there's always that possibility, especially if you go in too wide into that corner as well. Been told there's been another crash to the point someone's had to jump to the pits. I wonder if it's a whack against the wall. It is. Is it going to be the case that they've had enough? I think they may have had enough. 4 times across the start line. 5th time is a DQ. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Magpie. I hope you're good, by the way. I hope you are well. Thank you to the nearly 50 on Twitch and YouTube watching right now. This fantastic battle right now. There's several... Oh, there it is. That's it. DQ. There it is. Black flag. White cross on it as well. and I don't know if Casper realised he had a meatball there. I hope Casper can come in and tell us what happened there. We might have to see if we can get a word with him at some point through some sort of channel. Oh, that's very unfortunate there. I was about to say, I thought we were all keeping track of it there. Logan caught Dinsdale. We'll have a quick look at that in a second. I'm keeping a watch on that time where we're just quickly seeing... We try and feature the whole grid as much as we humanly can here. I'm just watching the times, and Dinsdale is about to get swallowed up by Logan McKenzie, community manager of TCR. And Logan kept the car there to keep... Oh, jeez! Car's nearly getting flipped over there by that sausage curb. And if you ever get a chance to watch Logan's videos, bot_Logan, those who are struggling with starts, Logan has a fantastic updated TCR starting video on how to start all the cars. I highly recommend you watch it, but also watch his commentaries on races as well. He is extremely methodical with his approach and racecraft. He says out loud what he wants to do, how he's going to do it, and those who are learning how to race in the TCR, he is definitely a channel I highly recommend to watch. These two still fighting at the moment. We are on minute 13 of 20, and oh, hang on, McKinsey's disconnected. Oh no, there he is. Out of nowhere, without the RKO. Be choosing great words. I know. Bandito, how are we doing today? I hope you're good. Hope you are well. See, sometimes I have a very varied vocabulary. I try and make myself as clippable as much as possible. Because clips... By the way, if anyone wants to clip any of this and put it on Twitch, or sorry, TikTok or YouTube Shorts, you can, or Instagram Reels, do whatever you want with it. I don't care. Spread the name of TCR in this channel. Go for it. Just whenever someone like anyone does the quote command on Twitch and you see it at the bottom of the screen, if it says I said it, I didn't say it. This is the battle to watch at the moment. Logan 0.1 nearly pushing Daniel on that final one, and he's probably looking at maybe giving Daniel a bit too much speed into that final corner, causing him to make a mistake, but Daniel is keeping it nice and clean through here. Massively frustrating Logan. I do feel, I'm just going to quickly digress for a second. Oh no, there we go. I was going to say, if Ortega didn't go into the pits there, would that have been a second DQ? And if that's the case, are people not getting meatball flags shown up on their UIs? But he saw it, he went in. But Dinsdale at the moment, 6th place, with Logan just behind. Logan up 5 positions at the moment, which is fantastic for a strength of field this high. Do also, just behind, have another battle going on, and here it is, just caught it, and it is Hakkinen versus Panisia. If I'm mispronouncing this and you're watching this back, please tell me how to pronounce your names, I'm begging you. And we're about to miss that move going on the underside, and we're going to have to watch that one back. But look at this battling and defending from Dinsdale right now. Logan surely has to think about either literally pushing him now or sticking a nose in and seeing what happens. Logan is just pushing the booty of Dinsdale. Is still not able to get by. I need to see if we... Unfortunately, because there was no actual pass there, I don't have that coming back on the replays. It was UI blocking the iRacing UI that shows the meatball. Ah, that's a great shout, actually. It's hard for me to see myself with the dark sky. Right there, still going. There's a few more people joining the fun because of their two wides and fighting each other. This has allowed Leo Muller to get a little bit closer. At the moment in the lead is Abel Torres, who is just absolutely wiping the floor with everybody. A comfortable 3-second gap on Castro just behind in the BS hybrid car. Third place just behind is Miguel Freitas. Nice to see Miguel back. Those three currently occupy the positions at the moment on the podium. But this one is far from over. For those really wanting to get into that top 6 and possibly in the last 3 seconds have a chance at catching up that 4 seconds between themselves and Nurmi, though looking quite impossible at the moment. Here we go, another run from Logan. Logan has so much extra speed here, and Logan is still not going for that pass there. Logan just really taking his time on this one. See what we can do. A massive amount of curb taken by Muller. I feel if Logan doesn't make a move soon, there must only be about 3 laps left of this race. Then he's going to end up having to defend from behind him. And look, these two here as well behind, Panisia and Lacknen, are going to be more than up for joining in on this action as well. Dinsdale's got to be sweating. Yeah. The amount of times I've done battle with Logan and I've come out of it weighing 2 pounds lighter because of the metric volume of sweat that has seeped out the pores of my body. Yeah, you have that image right now. Tell you what, I mean, that didn't look like it was a good corner from Logan there, but just look at the distance between himself and Dinsdale. That was halfway through that corner, 0.3839, and just like that, it's not a strong slipstream, but it's going to be an effective one nonetheless. And I tell you what, next time they are through on that best side, in fact, I'm going to quickly change this camera angle, I think. Let's go inside Logan's car. This is exactly what Logan sees right now, fighting Dinsdale. And he's just taking his time, leaving off the throttle a bit earlier, taking plenty of the first curb, taking a fraction of the second, and he's just waiting for his chance to come in and make the steal. This is the penultimate lap right now. If Logan makes a move, he opens himself up to Muller. This is true. But if that move's successful, do you want to take the risk? Or are you going to be happy with 7th? Because it looks like Daniel's got his defense down to a T. So the next opportunity that Logan gets, I feel Logan absolutely needs to take it. It's going to be close. Quickest lap of the race so far is the 1 minute 24.8. And what a exit just there from Logan. I did say I wanted to be in the car for this next bit, so I'm very curious to see how this one's going to turn out. And Logan, oh, and Daniel's defending the inside. Defending the inside this time, and Daniel sweeps across. Logan's keeping nice and tight on this one. I tell you what, Daniel's not going to have the greatest amount of pace out there, and this is going to be the finish flag here. And Torres gets win now. Watch for anybody here as Stephen Hurd on the final chicane doesn't quite get it. No, that's Stephen Hurd losing a place to Nurmi. You got to watch out. If you get a slow down here, you're going to end up losing a load of places. And Dinsdale manages to get the defense done on Logan. An absolute clinic just there on how to defend against an alien. Man, there was a lot that happened right at the end there. I'm going to see if I can get back some of this. So what happened with Numi just there was... This was off the hairpin, so we're going to find that entire Sector 3 here. This is the fixed race right now, Bruno, my friend. Get yourself signed up now. The sign-ups have opened for the next open race. I implore everyone who has iRacing and a TCR, be part of history in the biggest open race. And sign-ups. Oh, and tell you what, looks like Nomi actually made the pass a little bit earlier in the race. And this is Stephen trying to fight back. So the move was done a little bit earlier, and it's Stephen trying a last gasp effort to get it back just there, but just backed out at the final moment. There's a lot of big amounts of crashes just there. Whoa, whilst I have you here, let's see if we can get some of these crashes that we had earlier, because there has been a fair few. So back earlier in the race. Oh, the Honda just there going ultra slow, and just the Audi getting caught up in that one, unfortunately. And I'm guessing this one's Raul's second part of it. It is. Then we had Brian O'Connor going off the track. This is another battle. Brian in the DHL Audi. Little bits of touching just there. Keep it, to be fair, they both keep plenty of space, but the Audi, which has been happening a lot on the open races, just losing traction there and spinning completely off. A bit later on, Savio going off the track and going back on. Not sure where it was unless they went... Oh no, they went completely off the track on the entry to that corner. Didn't cause any slowdowns though. And that's how that one went. Then Michelle Hanswick going in and crashing. And this would have been from hitting the wall and getting a bit caught with Anto earlier. In fact, this will probably be a better camera angle to use. Let's go on to the chopper cam for this. So Hanswick in the blue and green, and the Honda just flushes out a bit too wide, compresses the Audi against the car and the wall, and that's enough to take the Audi out of that one. Kasper went off the track a little bit later on as well. John, good to see you in the chat, by the way. Hope you're good, hope you're well. And oh yeah, this has been Kasper getting his disqualification or his penalty, and just driving off the road there. And yeah, I was told there was another pass as well here, and I think someone went into the pits. Well, Taker went into the pits as well towards the end, and that was enough for Ruiz to go and gain another position. Whew, what a race that was though, right? That was great. That was a lot of fun. So, the first Strength of Field broadcasted race of the season sees Abel Torres getting the win from start to finish, no positions gained or lost, and same for the second step of the podium with Andre Castro getting second. Miguel Freitas making their return to the TCR is up one place to third, getting that final position on the podium, with Miko Nurmi in fourth place. Just behind fourth is Stephen Hurd, down 2 places, with Daniel Dinsdale SMS Racing with a heroic defensive display versus not just Logan McKenzie but also Muller trying to get in on the action as well in 7th and 8th respectively. 9th place has Savio Panicia. Oh my god, my pronunciation. With Jura Larkinen in 10th place. Sydney Hart, nice easy name there, with 11th, with Craig Twaddock in 12th. Anto Junior El Nino gets your 13th place, with Ricardo Ruiz in 14th. Christian Ortega decides, hey, you know what, top 15, that's good enough for me. Retiring from the race, 16th, with Kasper Smirnov, Brian O'Connor, Michael Hanswick and Raul Roquez Guardia. Right, how did you lot find that race? That was a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on, but I tell you what, if that is what we have to look forward to, oh, okay. Moving up and down, side to side like a roller coaster. Thank you. I have Twitch sounds on for those on YouTube wondering what the hell is going on. But yes, that was
Toto?
Oh,
yes, it's called a motor race, okay?
They see a button.
Sorry, we went to car racing.
They see one sound alert and they can't help themselves. There has to be at least 2 more. In fact, there's probably going to be another one getting loaded up right now. But the TCR at Charlotte, just all action. It's not just the walls you're having to look out for. It's the blue sausage curbs as well will throw you into everybody else. And
I prefer really not to.
The guy who designed this first corner,
you're not done.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
That is just
In big trouble.
I've never
And
seen
I don't
anything
want to
that
be in
bad.
big trouble.
oh, we have a night ahead of us. We're going to do the Open in the same manner that we've just done that one. I'm just quickly loading into another session. In fact, whilst the session's going on, you can see me for a bit if you want. What do you mean wanting the camera straight back off again? Right, 130 TCR drivers signed up for that last race. We already have 40 signed up for the Open as things stand. We're going to jump into this session just here, which has a couple of our friends in here. So I think the radio is going to be quite lively on this. Let me just quickly sign up for that. Get ourselves in. And there we go. Wow, 130. Yeah, I would probably say that's the most amount of signups we've had for a TCR fixed for about 5 years. 4 or 5 years. Like, no exaggeration at all. Great to hear those numbers. Absolutely. But welcome in everybody who's on the Twitch. Everybody who's on the YouTube. That's twitch.tv/JayCaulls. That's youtube.com/JayCaulls. If we can get as many people as possible onto the YouTube stream to put a thumbs up on the video, that'd be absolutely fantastic. There's free track guides released every weekend. There's a free practice session hosted via the TCR cord, which is another Discord you absolutely need to be joining every single Monday at around 4 PM GMT. Once the UK has its time change, it's GMT +1. What happened in the 74? Stuff. Just lots of stuff. Wildy, how are we doing today, man? I hope you're good. I hope you are well. That's the TCR community Discord for anyone who has iRacing and a TCR. I'll put it in the YouTube chat as well. If we can get as many people who have a TCR as well jumping in and joining the TCR cord, saying hi in the general and stuff, that'd be great as well. There's people in the TCR cord now actually discussing tyres and how much like they're wearing. Right, we're about 90% loaded of the session, so we'll be able to jump into that one very, very shortly. I have my own driving, so we're going to do maybe a race or two ourselves after the broadcasting. But tomorrow, a bit earlier in the day, about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, before the Backfire Simsport TV stream, I'll probably be hopping on this myself, loading up the stream, and we'll be doing a couple of races ourselves around Charlotte. So hope to see as many of you through there as possible. Alright. Yeah, so what are they saying in the... for tyres? So at the end of the fixed, a lot of people's tyres are going down. So bear in mind, this is 20 minutes of racing. Any from 85 to 90% your tyres are finishing on. That's after 20 minutes. IMPC, which is every even week, so week 2, week 4, week 6, is a 2-hour endurance race, an official that has both the TCR and the GT4. So if your tyres go down by 15% every 20 minutes, it's about a 1 hour 15 lap for TCRs, so your tyres are going to be going down to about 40% in the TCR at Charlotte. Mid-Ohio, at the end of the season, you may find quite a lot of people are going to be pitting quite a bit earlier to try and get those tyres. Someone crashed back there. You okay there, mate? You alright? They're alright. It's fine. You're going to find probably a lot of people pitting a little bit earlier, just seeing how early they can pit to get away with doing a full front 2 tyre change and refilling their fuel at the same time. But how are our paints? I haven't even started them, Racewave, but I'm off tomorrow. It's been a year. Gav, good to see you in the Twitch chat. I hope you're good. Hope you're well. But no, I'm completely focused on you lot chat. So if I have missed any messages, I massively apologise. But, you know, is what it is. Let's have someone on in the background as well while we're doing this. It seems every time we jump in, there's hardly anybody in the set. Oh, I know why. 2 seconds. I don't think I can jump across to... Oh, there's no space. Because they're full. Okay, just going to have to make do with everyone that we have here. So, Golan, let's get you on the camera, my friend. Let's get some practice times up as well. Just so we can see exactly where everybody on the track is right now as well. Right, Stephen Hurd in practice on the Open, by the way, a 124.8. I feel like we should be putting a couple more bits of information up. So let me just do that for you right now. So best time, let's get that up there. Let's get people's iRatings in, because I know there's going to be a lot of you right now trying to see how you are compared to everybody else. You see quite a lot of high level people up there. Dietmar, 9th place, 3.4k, well 126.1. I don't want interval, I want gap. Thank you. Haven't even got the chance to try them out yet. Good, watching a little Champions League. Champions League is only going to be decent next season when Man United are in it. With that, I've probably just lost about 15-20 viewers. Man's Visible, I redeem ads. I'm trying to save the non-subs from seeing your face. Absolute Right, just quickly going back through the messages to make sure I haven't missed anything out. Bruno, I hope you're good, hope you're well. Highly entertaining. Oh yeah. Oh no, you're on about the race. Sorry mate. I got too far ahead of myself there. Ronnie, good to see you in the chats as well. I hope you are good too. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you, John. I'm not one of these people who says they have Irisham just for the sake of saying that, you know, so they can have a little bit of a drinky. But yeah, I'm originally an Irish name, quite a few generations back, so if I went into Ireland right now, they would all hate me because of my accent. Just in case the people who are blocking the racing. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about the TCR, or you're still wondering about which TCR you should get, then I would say maybe the car we are watching right now. I would probably recommend to most people right now, if you're thinking, right, I've seen the TCRs, I've just watched the Strength of Field broadcast there in the fixed, I've seen the TCR showdown on youtube.com/JayCaulls, cheap plug. I want to get a TCR, but I don't know which one to get. After the very little time we've had to test this as a community in the TCR cord, video description link underneath, check it out, or type in the command TCR and Twitch. A lot of people are sort of, they've all got their favourites, but one thing seems to be common. Nobody is bad-mouthing the Elantra. Nobody is bad-mouthing that Elantra at all. And last time there was a major tyre change, or any physics change, the Elantra was a really good all-rounder, and I do still feel that the Elantra this time around, with this new update to the TCRs for Season 2, is probably my recommendation for a good, solid, easier to drive, all-round TCR. What I think is going to be a huge advantage for the Elantra, and we won't be able to confirm this until next week, unfortunately. But I feel that Sebring next week, when it rains, that Elantra is going to be on top. The Elantra just feels a little bit more weighted. It feels, you feel a little bit more confident behind the wheel, and because it's a slightly larger wheelbase and it's good on curbs, I think it's going to tick a lot of boxes for wet weather. But at the same time, because of those reasons, the larger wheelbase, everything like that, it might be a little bit easier for people to join, get into the Elantra and drive it. There's still a bit of technique with front wheel drive when it comes to feathering the throttles on your exits, feathering your braking on entries, and adjusting your brake bias so that, depending on how loose you like your back ends, it suits your driving style. But hopefully that's those who haven't bought a TCR yet, that's sort of helped you out a little bit. The Honda though, I'm a bit of a Honda fan, so from next week, so tomorrow I'll be in the Audi a fair bit. Sebring, I'm probably picking a Honda because I just love that VTEC power, you know what I mean? As a beginner, I also like the Elantra a lot, still is after the update. I'm a Veloster gang boy, but I had to stop myself halfway through that just in case. I was like, what am I about to say? We need to get bottom split racing in here. If I'm able to get hold of bottom split... if I'm able to get hold of bottom split TCR replays on days like today, and find out how I can view it as a replay but not have it say replay in the top corner. How many people would watch that as a standalone video rather than a stream? So say I release a video later in the week of bottom split strength of field. Bottom split strength of field. Yeah, that might not be too bad actually. That could be a really good idea. Right, so can we get a quick chat on the YouTube side, because I don't think it's showing up on my restream. I don't know. It is. As soon as Joey says, I don't care if it says replay in the corner. I do though. I'm very much a perfectionist. So the explanation earlier, as we have 9 minutes left. Let me just quickly do this before I go off on a tangent about myself, my content, and you lot who have just joined here today or reasonably new to the channel. So right now, for Open TCR, we had 130 people sign up for the fixed. Opens are historically a little bit lower. However, I'll go quickly before I tell you what the numbers are right now. Last season, I don't know how much of this I can say without Logan backhanding me, but the numbers for the Open last season, there were some weeks where the open setup races got more races in than the fixed. If that doesn't tell you how nice the TCR is to drive and it's an open setup, and there's plenty of setup shops out there. You got your P1 Docs, you got G&G, you got VRS, you got Apex. I'm pretty sure I saw Major's Garage saying on YouTube they do free TCR setups. Plus at some point this season I will be releasing in the TCR cord just some advanced baselines. But yeah, open racing in TCR is fantastic. What range is good if I like a more loose back? Are we on about cars or? So because the Hyundai has a different size brake disc to the likes of the Honda and to the Audi, they've all actually got different amounts. I would always recommend, if you are struggling to turn with the TCRs, that was so close there. If you're struggling to turn with the TCRs, I would take the fixed setup brake bias and I would lower the percentage by about 2 to 3%. Try that, and if you're still wanting a bit more rotation, there's no right answer with the brake bias. It's all personal preference. Just keep lowering that brake bias percentage, which is also known as rolling it to the front or pushing it to the front. That means lowering the percentage, or have I got that the wrong way around? But lower the percentage of the brake bias until you are no longer in control of the car and you feel that you can't control it sufficiently. Then you have your brake bias. At the same time you're doing that, you're getting some practice in it as well, and you can then learn to manipulate the back end of the TCR so that it helps your front tyres do less turning technically, which means on longer races you save your tyres more. Brake bias, so it's all. I was trying to be funny, but I'm not funny, so that'd be my recommendation. A few people who do setups might say something different. There's a few people who don't touch the brake bias at all, and then there's people who are absolute madmen who put it down by about 15% because they are madmen. This season you're able to change your brake valve. I can't tell you anything about the brake valve because I know nothing about the brake valve. Go into the TCR cord, ask about the brake valve, and someone there should be able to tell you about it. But if you start changing the brake valve, you're going to have to restart again with you setting up your brake bias. Apparently something with the brake valve completely changes your brake bias and how it reacts. For instance, if your brake valve, you've set your brake bias while your valve is at 7. Thank you so much for throwing the follow over. If you have, say, a 50% brake bias, it's quite high now, but a 50% brake bias with a 7 brake valve, and you change your brake valve to 5, your brake bias of 50% is not going to act like 50% brake bias. You're going to have to readjust that again until you're comfortable with whatever number you set it at. I hope that helps as well. On the fix, I don't change the valve, I just change the brake bias. On the open setups, I get all my setups from Apex at the moment, but I am playing around with perhaps going to P1 docks. Like I said, Major's Garage, I did see on a YouTube quick guide lap that they did around 2-3 days ago. It did say free setups on there, so maybe for some of the officials they might be doing free advanced baseline setup, so it still won't be as quick as a paid setup, but it might be something that's faster than what the baseline fixed is, if you wanted some sort of setup to tinker around with and adjust until you're happy with it. Right, I had water somewhere and my water has completely disappeared. Any of you lot took my bottle of water. Whilst this is going on, I'm going to turn the camera off. We are going to go and watch everybody do all their laps. In fact, this is... we are on Walker right now. Heading off because I need to sleep. Good night. Good night, Locke. Everyone say good night to Locke. And yes, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Do not go anywhere. There might be some ads on Twitch and YouTube, but don't worry, you won't miss anything. Thank you all for your patience. SDK, have you decided to break all of a sudden, or are you going to show your face? That's because I got the wrong screen on, I reckon. No, this one doesn't want to do it either. Fascinating. Oh no, there we go. As soon as I open my mouth. So, there's a few people asking questions earlier about this whole breakout points thing which was going on. But, so, on YouTube, right, those who are watching on YouTube right now, you look at the rest of the YouTube channel, and it's racing stuff. It's a lot of racing stuff. You go over onto Twitch, it's a bit of a different story. There's not as much racing stuff, but there is still racing stuff. We also do, it's more of a gaming channel on the Twitch side than anything else. So we've got the likes of, obviously, the racing, RPGs. We're slightly pro wrestling fans in here as well, but what we do here, which we don't really do, you don't really see much on other places of Twitch, we put you in games. We put you, the viewers, into games. So I'll just quickly join in. Strength of field. By that I mean, like, let's take iRacing for instance. You got the AI racing. We put you as one of the AI drivers. We give you a chance to buy power-ups with channel points. That is a strong strength of field. Wow. Okay. There's 6 splits for TCR. 6 splits. Yes, we put you in the game. You can buy power-ups for your driver, and we watch them kind of similar to how the broadcast system works on here. On the Twitch side, and another YouTube channel, we do it with WWE 2K games. By that I mean, we create you as a wrestler based on an actual wrestler. We try and get the face likeness like yours as well if you want, and we have everybody fighting against each other for championships, grudges, bragging rights, and that happens every Monday and Friday, and it's absolutely hilarious. So if that seems like your thing, then I think you'll absolutely love the Twitch side of things that we do here. And then we also do community games like marbles on stream, Jackbox games, stuff that you lot can get involved with and actually play along with on the stream. But right, I'm going to disappear on the camera because we need to get ourselves ready for the beauty that is going to be Top Split Open TCR Racing. So if you thought the fixed was good, now imagine when we give the quick guys all the setups that they want, whether it's from their setup shops or they've got it from their teams. This is where the real, as if Northampton Town have conceded after 3 minutes, god damn it. Now we get to see just how fast these TCRs can go, how hard they can battle, and it will give us a preview for what's going to be happening in the next couple of months in the TCR scene. I'm excited, and I hope you lot are as well. Whilst we're at it, feel free to share this channel with friends, your teammates, your discords. The more people we get involved with TCR and iRacing means even more splits, even more leagues, even more chances for you lot all around the globe to always be able to log into iRacing and race your TCRs. Welcome everybody in to the TCR Challenge Top Split, the Strength of Field Open Race of Europe. And if you haven't already, check back earlier in this stream of what it was like on the fix, because it was action personified. There was always something going on, always somebody battling, all the sends you could want, all the crushes against the walls, and just an absolutely fantastic display of the top split prowess that the current TCR top split has. But here we are on the open, where things are a little bit different. You no longer have the shackles of the fixed setup. You can do as much as you want to the car and its setup, within reason, of course, no wings allowed. But Charlotte is a truly challenging track to be getting started on, especially with the height of those curbs, how much narrower this is as an oval. But as this is a 5k plus top split, one thing's for sure, anything can happen. I'm your host JayCaulls. I am a 4 to 4.5k TCR driver. I do a lot of free track guides on weekends. host the TCR Showdown on week 13 and a free practice session for anybody to join on Mondays. Part of the TCR Cord, so if you haven't already, check the video description below to join the TCR Cord, or if you're watching on Twitch right now, type in the command TCR. Right, let's get some names up, and look at that, we've got Torres and Freitas back in, and look at those two names just there. Polasek and McLaren, two absolutely fantastic setup makers, are about to wreak havoc on this split. I feel we're joining now in the middle of the first lap of qualifying, and let's actually go inside the car right now of Mr. Polasek in the Honda Civic. The real race wins with the friends we made along the way. Sure, why not? I need to practice, but I also want to keep watching. I'm so torn. Joey, if you need to go practice, but this is day 1 of 7. I will be racing a little bit earlier in the day tomorrow and streaming it on Twitch and YouTube, so you lot can frolic with me if you want tomorrow. Also has a team, he always forgets that. Yeah, if you lot have a league and you're in as privateers and you want to join a casual team, I could be that man, but Mr. Polasek already in the lead, and your fixed pole setter Abel Torres is down in 4th position right now. Let's get a couple more stats out right now. I'm going to have to need that best time there as well. A 124.165 at the moment. That's that's going to be insane. Mr. McFarlane, second place, 0.074. We got all our times at the bottom. Miguel has set a fastest second sector in the qualifying. How close can we get here? Because sector 1 has just been set by Anto El Nino as the fastest sector 1. And this is going to be so close, as we are now on board with Rene, who had the fastest third sector last lap. And this is going to be so close. We'll go through the whole grid, because this is literally a some absolutely fantastic drivers in here. Sam Blees goes into the pits, but we're about to see who's going over the line. Miguel Freitas, watch him right now in 7th place. He is setting an absolutely dynamite time at the moment, and Miguel is going to go up to... Oh, just has a horrible last sector, but goes up to 4th place. Michael Polasek goes a little bit quicker. 123. We finally got our 123 in open qualifying. 123 in qualifying. As Rene is about to go over the line. 5th place, still in 5th. Jura Larkinen goes up into 14th. Rene actually goes to 3rd. Fantastic time with Bruno Reales in 12th place. And wow, Stephen Hurd as well, up to 6th. Some ridiculously quick times in there. Wow. Just wow. We got Augustin the Sausage Fernandez in there as well at 11th. Is Sam doing another lap? Sam might be doing another lap, and Sam coming back to TCR recently as well. Very quick driver, extremely quick driver, definitely going to be one to watch. But what a time, a 123.9. We are currently in 5.5 minutes out of 8, so enough to get a lap here, as Sam's going to go across the line here, possibly for their first lap, unless they've managed to get a... Oh no, that's a big hit against the wall, and I think Sam's not going to get a time in. Sam Blees, car number 9, is going to be starting from the back. They're not going to be able to get a lap in time here. Hey Jay, let's have fun, let's try. Goddamn aliens, right? Last to 8th. Man, and after we said about how quick Miguel's lap was, he has dropped down to 8th. Torres has managed to get a little bit quicker, but only 6th. And it looks like it's going to be Michael Polasek in first place of a 123.909. And look how close Ross McFarlane was in second place. 0.002 on there. I'm just waiting for the grid to show. It might be showing any time now. And we can go through the grid right now. And there we go, Michael Polasek in first place with Ross McLaren joining him on the front row. Rene Earhart in third with Anto Junior El Nino in fourth place. Sorry, my bloody words won't come out. Then from fifth place onwards, it's Fernandez, Torres, Hurd, Freitas, Andrew Pike in the lobby as well, Scotton 2, McKinsey, Stephen Walker in 12th place. You can't just say Walker, you have to say Stephen Walker as one word. 13th is Bruno Reales. Then we've got Hans Wilk in there as well. I massively butchered that name, I'm sorry. Larkinen, Hardy, Lund and Sam Blees in the final place there in last. But wow, that was those are some blooming quick times, if I say so myself. Let's get everybody's iRacing out just there. I'm just quickly getting it so every time someone goes across the line, it will now show the times for a little bit longer of their previous laps when they cross the line. Dieter, how are we doing? What overlay this is? This is SDK, my friend. The strength of field is 5.6. 5.6k strength of field. As here we go, how well can everybody go off the line here? We are going to blimp it out. And look at that, a poor start from Miguel just there, and the leaders Ross and Michael side by side. We go into that first corner. It looks always a bit of bashing further behind, but everyone manages to keep it out of each other, and the show looks like it is going to be going on. Still a fight for the lead at the moment. Ross McCormick in the white and blue P1 Docks car, followed very closely by the bright green and blue of Michael Polasek. Rene Earhart, the young German, right behind in third place, and this is going to get close and frantic. Hold on to yourselves, because anything is about to happen here. Go into static here, and a bit of a dive just there from the... No, it's just a pink defending just there, and there's a big crash in the background just there. Someone has gone onto their roof. You can't park there, mate. A big crash just there from Sam Blees. But let's get over to our leaders at the moment. It is McCormick, Polasek, Earhart, and doesn't look like there's going to be any immediate moves on lap 1 at the bus stop. I wonder what good car is this season. I would say the Elantra is probably the best all-rounder. Simon's having a rough time at Charlotte. Yeah, seems it, 100%. Ross in the lead at the moment. I'm keeping a nice close eye on behind as well, because it looks like a little bit further back Logan could be getting compromised here if he cannot get past Freitas quick enough. So many cars hitting against that wall. Only Blees with a meatball so far from the first lap. He's going a little bit further back just to see how this back end fight is going on, and one of those cars has gone in. I think the Elantra a lot slower than the rest, and that's allowed Hans Wilk behind to get a tow in. You've got to treat 3 and 4 as one complete corner. Going to be a nice little overtake just there by the looks of it. Let's go a bit further forward where everybody else is approaching that hairpin there. And look at that. Ooh, a little bit of... I was about to say ass to mouth, but I can't say ass to mouth on stream. Oh. I'll go. Anyway... Everyone making their way around the Roval Park. There's plenty of battles still going on that grid. Let's go towards the back where Carl Hardy is chasing down Mads Lund, and it looks like we could be getting a send into the bus stop, but Hardy thinks of it as a nice safe driver. Hardy just sometimes gets caught up in a couple of other people's incidents, and they carry their race on a little bit further in front. Logan just unfortunately having this problem at the moment where he gets a car in front where he's faster in most of the corners, but just not fast enough in the right corners, if that makes sense. Cannot get that advantage over Miguel where it matters, but I'll tell you what, Miguel took a lot of curb just there. The amount that Audi likes hopping at the moment is absolutely insane. Meanwhile, further in front, your fixed winner Abel Torres is catching up closer to the cutting corny TCR driver number 10, Rene Earham. Just watch to see if there's going to be any opportunities to extend, but these are high-level drivers right now. The people driving this car right now know how to drive these cars, when to do the sends, so you're going to see a lot less chaos here than what you would normally see in towards the bottom splits. Doesn't mean that there's going to be no chaos, but as we're also quite early into these new regulations, you're going to see a lot of people trying out, and that's a massive hit against the wall just there, and that has opened the gates here for Torres, looking pretty in pink, going out wide only when the camber is less. Oh, and he hits Rene off the course there. Oh, we might have to have another look at that, but Rene is obviously going to have a bit of a penalty here. Rene, the lights are on you, so don't do anything silly here. Has a slowdown. And Rene, oh, I thought Rene was taking the slowdown there, but instead he's going to take it quite wide there instead. He still has the slowdown, and it is served and goes straight across the front of Augustin just there. And Fernandez only just managing to get out of the way in time, and now it's Germany versus Argentina here. No, it's not the World Cup final, but we are going to get some absolute belters come in, I think, once these two start fighting a little bit more. Rene managing to defend well from Fernandez there. Fernandez flashing. I think he's probably trying to say hello to him, but obviously language barriers, you never quite know what they're going to be saying there. Right, Honda versus Elantra. Or is it just a very dodgy looking centipede? The Honda having a great exit out of there, but because the Elantra was so much slower, cutting off the racing line, not allowing Anto to get a chance to get some real momentum there into that final chicane. And tell you what, they're getting so close to that, and the fight for the lead right now is continuing to hot up. I'm just trying to find out where that pass happened, where Rene went off the track. We are going to go back. Have I got a chance to watch this? We're going to risk it. This was the pass from Torres. Torres in the pink versus Rene in the blue, going out wide. And that's just a straight up body check there, in all honesty. Rene was pretty much pushed off the track there and had to take the slowdown. If this was live stewarding, I'm not a steward, but I would be inclined to say they would probably have told him to, if he had overtaken Rene there, to give the place back. In all honesty, that was that may have been a little bit of a nudging somebody off the track to take the place. What do we call that in the industry? Push to pass. Right, the battle at the moment, as the leaders have felt each other out for the first couple of laps and have settled into a rhythm. Torres has not got away from the Gagala TCR behind. Seeing zero Velostas. Sebring, you'll see a couple for sure. We will check out the crash that happened a bit earlier, but at the moment, these two are fighting it out quite... Anto's looking for that perfect opportunity to get through, and it's not quite presented himself, but he is still throwing the car about, looking quite busy in Torres's mirrors. And a very early turn there by the Honda, and that's going to allow Rene a golden opportunity here to get alongside. Anto defends that inside. Rene takes a wider line, but in taking the wider line, he has allowed Augustin to stick a nose in. Rene, though, taking the outside line and drifting to the inside means he has that camber to give him an extra 1 or 2 kilometers an hour to get back onto it. But because of that slight mistake there from Anto, that may have given Torres an opportunity to drive off into the sunset and solidify that third place. And look how much of that curve all those cars are taking right now. So in the lead at the moment it's Ross McFarlane with Michael Polasek following along in second. Then we've got Abel Torres in third place with a string of cars behind. Anto, Rene, Daniel, Stephen, Andrew with Jaden Scotton actually fighting really close here. Jaden Scotton in the JC Academy car. If anyone is in a league right now as a privateer and you want to represent a team, shoot me a DM over on Discord. We might be able to sort you out with something. But Jaden just looking for some sort of way past Pike right now. It's getting close. But I tell you what else is getting close right now is this battle just here. We go off into that hairpin and look at that top and tailing right now. From everybody on the grid actually, just look at it. You have to really nail that exit and give yourself an opportunity to make a move at the bus stop. For a Roval, this, I would probably say Charlotte is the hardest Roval to get overtakes done on people. I tell you what, let me just quickly cough my guts out. So, in the pink Torres, now is Anthony going to return the favour on Rene's behalf and maybe do a dive here? No, he is not. He's going to wait it out, and ooh, a little bit of a slide just there from Torres. And it's less than 2 tenths gap between himself. We're going to quickly go behind because Jaden making a move here on Pike, and ooh, a little bit of a side swipe there, but I think that was purely because of Jaden mounting that inside curb. If you mount that inside curb on a front wheel drive, that's one less wheel that turns, helping you turn, because the other half's deciding to orbit the earth. But Jaden gets the move done. Wasn't a clean move by any stretch of the imagination because of that curb, but it's a move that has been completed nonetheless. Back to the battle that everyone is wondering. Those who maybe feel they're on Rene's side and want some retribution for Rene are probably seeing what happens here. There's a fight going on for the lead at the moment. 4 tenths between Ross and Michael. Now, we've already been seeing Torres struggling so much with the exit in here, and this is exactly the same right now. If we have a look at the gearbox right now, a bit more of a gap this time round, but as things stand, Torres is not getting rid of Nino or Earhart or Fernandez or Hurd. Oh, and tell you what, Rene behind, making a mistake on that hairpin, and it is enough. Oh, another little hop and skip and jump, and I think Rene might be getting mugged here. Does. Gets completely mugged by the likes of Fernandez and Hurd. Stephen Walker, Logan McKinsey, regulars of Backfire Simsport TV's Wednesday League. Logan McKinsey, if you are in ATC or you race in American times, join ATC. You'll see Logan quite a lot through there. He does so much amazing work with the leagues, the promos on there, as well as always working the TCR cord as well. Let's get back to this battle in front. Let's get to camera number 1. Just see how close Anto is starting to get right now. Bottom of your screens. Oh, and that was a mega exit there from the Honda. But once again, because Torres can put his car in the right place, 9.7k, so that's a lot of experience there, knows where to put the car on the exit. It completely cuts off Anto's momentum there, meaning that he can't put his car anywhere else. He's got no choice but to get off the accelerator and slow down there. Rene looking for a return just there, just off the screen on Steven. It looks like they're going to be going side by side. Sorry guys, I gotcha. Steven Hurd through 3 and 4. Managing to keep the car going. Another close battle behind. It's Logan and Stephen Walker once again. Love me some Charlotte. Hell yeah, Sonic. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. And Logan McKenzie defending well from Stephen Walker. We've got Bruno Reales behind. A great exit just there. I am keeping a close eye on where the others are. Tell you what, for this battle for the lead at the moment, they are still inseparable. We are nearly 14 minutes in on this race at the moment. Let's quickly see what happens with this battle for third. And you're going to see again, just cuts off any momentum. But I tell you what, this time I think he may have his number. We'll watch from Fernandez behind, who's got the best seat in the house of this battle right now. Is there going to be a send? There's no send, and he is disconnecting a little bit here, so didn't expect the dual stream, so I'm also here. Thank you so much. If there's anyone on Twitch, feel free to lurk on YouTube. Anyone on YouTube, feel free to lurk on the Twitch channel. Every number counts. We try and spread the good word of TCR. There it is. I tell you what, they're really giving each other some oomph right now, and there's some more going on behind. Stephen Hurd having to defend from Rene. Rene on the inside line here. Look how close out. There's a spin. And that's Hurd. Oh, how should we join? Straight into the walls. And that is the first time I've actually seen a tire wall not spit somebody else back into the circuit, and that is game over for Stephen Hurd. We will revisit all the crashes, all the incidents, all the off tracks straight after the race. Oh man, feel for Stephen on that one. Look, oh, tell you what, Torres takes so much of that curb, and tell you what, Anto needs to start making a move here, because if not, Augustin the Sausage Fernandez most certainly will. And I tell you what, I think he is. I think he is, and there's still even more battling going on behind as well. Oh my god, look at that cluster of cars behind. Place your bets who's surviving. They all somehow all get into single file and carry on racing through that chicane and straight into turn number 1. Fritas trying to get through in the new Audi, but is just not letting him holler back on that one. But topping and tailing right now. Stephen Walker at the back of that, still trying to get by. Further back than that, there's still a battle going on all the way back here between Lacknan and Hardy. Oh, Lacknan goes off the track slightly, starts to become a lawnmower, which is going to allow... Oh no, maybe not. Carl not able to get through on that one. I just realised I haven't got... There we go. Now you lot can actually see on the side who's talking. I forgot to turn comms on, so we could have had people swearing at each other for the last couple of minutes, and luckily, you know, I've not been demonetized on YouTube. Approaching a bus stop, and wow, there's so many cars taking so much of that right now. Once again, it's just a case of where do you lot want to watch? What battle do you lot want to see? And I tell you what, behind just there, we nearly had Stephen Walker trying to dive there on Logan. Plenty of people touching the wall. Oh, Stephen Walker slamming into that wall in the back there, but keeping it on. Just quickly watch Carl, see if he gets through. Still a battle going on there. But Torres, after helping Rene onto the grass on the final chicane, still has their third place at the moment. They're holding on to that by the skin of their teeth. The highest ranked driver in this lobby right now, defending this third place versus two exceptional drivers in Ninho and Fernandez, and Torres taking as much of that exit as possible, because then they can use the camber as they slowly get back down to the blue line. They can use that camber as a sort of nice little downhill boost going back into, and look at that, Nino is trying to keep in those mirrors as much as possible. Nino believes that he can make his way through. We are a minute 18, so next lap could be the final lap. And just having a quick look where everybody is. But I'm also quite interested to see how close this one gets.
Sorry,
And
Logan, I was not expecting
Oh.
to lift off that early.
And Logan's taking taking a hit there from something. Whilst that's going on, that's something else for us to check afterwards. But look at this fight for third place right now. And some extremely hard defending here. And until the Honda has the inside. So close. Is Augustin going to try anything here while he has the advantage, or is he going to let these two carry on fighting? This is potentially the last lap of the race, and the Honda is trying to get a wheel in, but isn't quite making it. If Augustin's side by side, I think that may have sealed third place. Oh, and that's Augustin slightly off the track, but keeps it on. Wow. And this is going to carry on straight into the following hairpin. 45 seconds left on the clock. It is currently a 0.6 gap between McLaren and Polasek. McLaren did get the pass for the lead done at some points. We'll try and find out where that was done in my event viewer. But this right now is what we all pretty much wanted to see. Rene not going for that pass on 6th place Jaden Scotton in the JC Academy car. And that fight carries on. There has been a pass a little bit further back. And that's Augustin. By the looks of it, it's still a lot back and forth. This is great for Torres right now. Walker and McKinsey. That's McKinsey losing a couple more places. A little bit further back. Rene not able to get the move done against Jaden. We are in the final lap of the race right now. It is currently Moss McFarlane in the lead with Michael Polasek behind Abel Torres. Third place, up 3 positions by the way. So regardless of the move on Rene, is a fantastic climb up in a strength of field this high for TCR Open with El Nino and Augustin Fernandez behind. Jaden Scotton defended with Rene Earhart and Miguel Fernandez behind. And then just behind them is Andrew Pike. Behind that, we've got Stephen Walker and Bruno Reales fighting that behind, and Logan McKinsey rounding out the rest of that top 12 as things stand. Jane Scotton having Rene get a nice deep sniff for trying to run away, saying, "Chase me, chase me!" But the final bus stop here. Are we going to see any audacious moves here? Any silly mistakes? Let's get on to Anto so we can get at least all 3 of them into the camera. And a nice little jump. And look at that. Oh, here it is. Here it is. What a corner there from Anto. Surely we're going to see some sort of audacious move. Get the drone out. And the move has to happen here. Surely he's going for it. He's thrown it in, but great defending from Torres. Trying to get himself around, but Torres gets that third place, with Nino in 4th and Fernandez in 5th. What a finish just there. We've still got one more battle back there. We'll watch that last bit of racing just there. But it looks like nobody got a slowdown on that final chicane before crossing the line. Wow. That was even more action than the first race. Honestly thought Anto... I thought Anto managed to get him there on that exit, but just couldn't quite nail that second half of that chicane. So, we can all breathe again as Ross McFarlane gets the win. Thank you so much for the follow. Ross McFarlane gets the win of the Strength of Field Open race at Charlotte, with Michael Polasek in 2nd place. Abel Torres will join them in 3rd, with Anto Jr. El Nino just missing out on that podium spot. 5th place, also racing to the line, Daniel Fernandez. Jaden Scotton taking 6th with Rene Earhart. Miguel Freitas occupying the 6th, 7th and 8th places respectively. Up to the top 10, and that's Andrew Pike and Stephen Walker, with Bruno Reales just missing out on that top 10 spot in 11th. Michael Hanswick, if I'm mispronouncing that, please tell me how to pronounce that, and I will continue to get it wrong a couple more times before I promise I'll eventually get it right, and then I'll forget the following day. Logan McKenzie, after an incident earlier, which we will look back on very shortly, in 13th place and Eurolagen in 14th. Carl Hardy takes the 15th with Mads Lund in 16th. Stephen Hurd having that accident with the tyres, but carried on racing for a couple more laps, down one lap, with Sam Blees occupying that last place after that crash earlier. Did go back onto the track. I think they may have quit out, but we'll double check that one, as it is coming up as a crash too. But he finishes 18th in this, what did we say it was? A 5 point, in fact I could probably go back to it now, couldn't I? So the strength of field for that race there was 5.6k. That was fun until it wasn't. Yeah, we will be watching right now everything that we can on that. Before we do, if you haven't already, throw a follow on the Twitch channel, subscribe to the YouTube, put a thumbs up on the YouTube stream. Let's hope we can get 20-25 plus thumbs ups on there. That would be fantastic if we could. But also, as well, a massive thank you to the 40 plus who are still watching right now before we go into the instance. A little disclaimer before we go into the instance: I am not a steward. I'm not qualified to really give my opinion on some of the moves that we're about to see. At the same time, in the chat, please keep it respectful. No witch hunts, please. But yeah, we're here to not just see the instance, but also have other people's instances as a chance that we can learn from it as well at the same time. If anyone has any questions about driving TCR, feel free to chuck them into the chat, but also join the TCR code in the video description below on the YouTube side, or type in the command TCR on Twitch. Oh, Ross, in the Twitch chat right now, congrats on that win, man. That looked absolutely... Michael, as I would expect, and the other way around, it looked like you both just never gave each other an inch, and I will actually look out for that pass as well. So I'm quite interested to see how that pass was made in the end. So, for the first time we saw someone go off the track, it was Bruno Reales. Is there any way I can put the names on the bottom corner? Yes, I can. There we go. Reales taking that first half of 3, getting a slight spin just there from Miguel, I think that was, but keeping it on. Well done. Good save. Flashed his appreciation, or non-appreciation in this case. Manages to get back on. Mikael Hanswick, I've mispronounced that again, went off the track at some point just here. A little bit further back towards the rear. This is just before turn 6, getting knocked off there, but I think that's more congestion rather than anything meant by it. And then... oh my god. Kids, do not try this at home. You put those keys down. Your parents don't want you in that car practicing tonight. Wow. That looked like it hurt. He did. I might have to watch that again. That was something else. Oh no, it doesn't work like that. A lot of congestion on that first lap. I'm pretty sure 14 would have majorly apologised to that car afterwards. Man, that was... yeah, that happened. Oh, actually, we'll be able to see it. It was Sam who went off the track then. Ah, so this is what caused Sam to go out then. Pretty sure he spun by himself. Yeah. How about that? Alright, okay, so this one's going to draw a lot of opinions, and I ask that we keep it respectful in this one. I feel Rene was definitely pushed off the track there, whether that was because Pink wanted that position more, or it was just under braking. Both cars were unstable in the early laps. I'll leave that for you lot to discuss with yourselves in your heads. But yep, Rene after that was never really in the race after that, after serving the slowdown, losing several places and then getting caught in battles a bit further behind. And Augustin doing a fantastic job there of just managing to pull away in time. Yeah, we'll watch that once more from the cockpit here. So this is what Rene would have seen. To me that looks a little bit heavy, but we move on. Stephen Hurd going off the track as well, and Stephen apparently crashing. I don't know if it was through a result of this. Stephen is on your right hand side at the moment, fighting with Rene. We'll watch through here, and yeah, Rene just using too much of that outside curve. I'm so glad when Stephen went back onto the track there, nobody else was collected. A very stiff bump against the tyres there, not jumping back out into the corner. I'm hoping we can potentially get to watch that from another angle. We can, and we can actually watch that in slow motion as well, because I have special buttons. But like I said, it just looked like from where I was, Rene ran out of corner. Should have maybe have lifted a lot more. There's a little bit of netcode there, but look where Rene's car's positioned. They were sort of going to, I think the contact there was going to be unfortunately a little bit inevitable, and unfortunately Stephen wasn't able to get that saved in time. Very high speed at that point in the track, so once you're on the grass, unless you're already pointed in the right direction towards a hairpin, you're probably done for and are pretty much a goner. Is that new tire wall physics? I'm not sure, to be honest. I did find that those tyres didn't throw you out as if it was, say, like Brands Hatch, because I know at the bottom of turn 1 of Brands Hatch is a really nasty one for taking out several people in all honesty. You're Lacknan a little bit later in the race, in fact 1 minute later in the race, in a battle here with Carl Hardy. It's saying off track, so I'm assuming that they were too soon on the pedals and decided to become a lawnmower for a little bit. Yes sir, new tire wall physics. Thank you Husky Ninja. There we go, on the Twitch side. Well, didn't leave enough space, I would say, but it wasn't cynical, a mistake. That's fair. Yeah. I'm trying to also, while I'm going through this, look for the move that gave the lead, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. Oh no, I think I found it. So this looks like it was the pass for the lead. No, that definitely was not. Yeah, no, that was... No, yeah, no, maybe. Who knows? It was lap 1, turn 1. Oh, it was this bit then. Okay, fair enough. Cool. Yeah, so this is a side-by-side battling between two of the best in TCR. Brilliant. I thought it happened a little bit later on. Shows how much I... shows how much I... concentrate, doesn't it? Somebody's crashing a little bit later on, but I wonder if it's just parking up by the side and being like, maybe not anymore. Can you see this? I can see this. Oh! Okay. We might have to look at that one from the cockpit. So braking in, probably a bit too light, a lot of speed through there. I've been chatting for 5 minutes and nothing has sent. Oh no. Sorry, Jaden. I think 1 or 2 things may have Jaden, but I may have just... No, actually. No, you're right. I can't see anything. Really unlucky there from Sam, though. And then... Michael going off the track here, but I reckon it's probably turns 3 and 4. Yeah, it's going to be turns 3 and 4. So, anyone else who's going off the turns off turn 4 at the moment. Everyone does it. Don't worry about it. Even the best do as well. In fact, both did there. Was Michael a little bit more than others? Was it a fun race though? Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Right. Brilliant stuff. That was a lot of fun. Once again, if you lot haven't already, Ross and Michael should be banned. I don't think I can agree with you on that one, to be honest, mate. But you do you, and you campaign, and let's see how well that one goes. So there's going to be a fair few links probably going around in both channels at the moment. First one is the TCR Community Discord. Get yourselves in there if you have any questions about the TCRs in general, or you want to join some leagues. There's track guides in there. I'm going to be putting up a big post tonight, trying to get together something similar to tonight. Not as in me commentating on stuff, but West and East Coast strength of fields I want to get in. I also want to try and organise Asia strength of field and Australia strength of field. This will not all be happening on a Tuesday and Wednesday. I want this to sort of spread itself out across the week if possible. Keep flying into the walls here. Chuck into the TCR cord. There's also a Garage 61 team for TCR cord if you go into that Discord and look at the pin posts. I implore to everyone, by the way, check out the pin posts in all the channels. There's usually there's either something really useful there to watch or a picture of a goldfish. Don't believe me? Check it out yourself. Emo, hello, please can you tell me why the Velociraptor is best? Thank you. Well, young Emo, 14 from Swindon, thank you for writing into today's live and kicking and Blue Peter badges in the mail. So the Velociraptor, Veloster, is a lovely nimble little machine which on the old Charlotte Roval would have been well at home. With its shorter wheelbase means it's a bit stronger than all the rest of the cars when it comes to short windy tracks. You'll probably find on the infield of tracks like Daytona and Charlotte Roval, as well as of other standalone courses like Knock Hill, maybe even when we finally get it, Croft. The Veloster will have a considerable advantage over some of the other touring cars there. At the moment, for fixed, not so many people drive it in this open. Not so many people drive it, but if you can get a hold of the Veloster, then I would probably fairly say on most tracks, especially the open, the world could be your oyster. You notice, Jay, I was testing all cars yesterday and I found the Elantra great for grouping the times. Brilliant. I think the Elantra is the best all-rounder for people to use. In fact, just realised we're not doing any races anymore, so I can put this on. Hi all, how you doing? Yeah, the Elantra I think is the best all-rounder. If you're new to TCR, watching this now, needing some opinions on it, in my opinion, get your first TCR and have it an Elantra. It's a slightly bigger wheelbase. In the rain, I think it's going to be overpowered compared to the rest of the cars. We'll see how the Audi gets on with rain. Next week at Sebring, I'm pretty sure the fixed next week is rain. Off the top of my head, I think. Anyway, track guide will be out on my YouTube. youtube.com/JayCaulls, spelled JayCaulls. If you're on Twitch right now, quickly jump over to there now and put not just a thumbs up on the video, but subscribe to the channel. Channel memberships are open. I don't really know what to do with them apart from any money I make from YouTube I'll put back into hosting sessions. So if you want to become a channel member, just like subscribing on Twitch, if you want to become a channel member on YouTube, all those links are underneath, or click the join button at the bottom underneath the video now. But check the video description out below for TCR cord, BSTV leagues, ATC leagues. You've got SRL on Fridays as well. It's all sorts of useful links underneath. My own personal Discord is discord.gg/JayCaulls, but it's more of a gaming Discord than simply a racing one. But if you like joining Discord, you can join that one as well. On Twitch, use the TCR command, to get the TCRs up. Use the SRL and the BSTV commands. Our next stream will be tomorrow, where I'll actually be jumping onto the track. It'll be around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon GMT, so I hope to get to see some of you on track in there as well. Tomorrow evening is the first round of the Backfire Simsport TV season 24 of the TCR Challenge Cup, with myself and Pete Bingham doing commentary, and a full league of 60 racers ready to jump onto the track. And because it follows the officials, this is going to be round 1, and there could be a possibility of rain. But there are JC Academy cars, which is my casual team. If anyone doesn't have a team at all on iRacing TCR and wants to join something casual, drop me a DM on Discord and we'll sort something out for you. My Discord username's JayCaulls, same as everywhere. You find me everywhere as JayCaulls. Send me a Discord on there and maybe we can get you driving in some leagues. We'll see. But right, I think that's everything. Thank you all on YouTube. The stream will be ended very, very shortly. Those on Twitch, we are going to be sending a raid over to somebody else. Before we do, quick shout outs for those who have subbed to join the stream. So Darry Lips, a shout out for them just there. Axel, I don't know if you stream or not, so I'll leave you out on that one for now, unless you say right now that you do. But right, so on Twitch we usually throw a raid over us, where that means all people who are watching on Twitch will get thrown onto another channel. Can someone do the raid command, please? Oh, Jay, I do need to ask you something. I'll do it on Dissy. Okay, yep, go for it. Go for it, mate. Dissy? Did you just call Discord Dissy? Okay, there's a lot of people on. It's not always going to be racing based. Let's go over to... Is there anybody we follow who is streaming TCR at the moment? No. I'll tell you what, let's go over to, and I hope as many people as possible in the Twitch channel will join me for the raid. By that I mean jump over to the channel of the person we're raiding and put the raid message in there. We're going to go over to Certified Pete, who does do some iRacing. To be fair, he wants to do some TCR as well. In fact, let's make this the raid message. Let's have the raid message, get a TCR. I think he has a TCR anyway, but we're just going to say get a TCR anyway. So I'm putting that into chat now. Copy and paste this message and put it in Certified Pete's stream. But thank you all so much for joining us tonight. If you lot enjoyed what I did with the Strength of Field broadcasts, tell me, leave feedback in the comments section underneath when this video stops going live on the YouTube side. Go into the TCR Core Discord and just say in the general chat, Jay, that was awesome. You know, that sort of thing. But take care of yourselves, take care of each other. I will see you tomorrow on Twitch and YouTube, or tomorrow evening on the BSTV YouTube. And if not, I'll see you at some point later in the week. Have a good one all. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And hopefully I'll see you all on track very, very soon. Buy a TCR. Absolutely buy a TCR. Good night. Cause we will never, ever, ever back together. Oh crap, mic's on.